We're just waiting for Hamtramck to bring out your client.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cripps.
Good afternoon, Ms. Douglas.
Right this way in front. Afternoon.
Okay. The gentleman,
Up.
black shirt or sweatshirt. What's your name, sir?
Damian Stewart.
Your full name, sir.
Damian Kimber Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. I'm Magistrate Chuck Vassar. You're here on a criminal matter. Your case number is 250-5587501. You have defense counsel. Go ahead, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Cripps, P34972, appearing on behalf of my client, Damian Stewart, who's joined us by Zoom.
You wait for my reading, stand mute, sir.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court dates are February 24th, 2025. It is a probable cause conference followed by preliminary examination, March 3rd, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Stewart, let me tell you some bond conditions. You're not to possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons, no ammunition of any kind, and you're not to possess any illegal controlled substances. Do you understand all those bond conditions, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge. I
Thank you.
understand.
All right, thank you. Counsel Douglas, go ahead on behalf of the people.
Jennifer Douglas to the people, P72748. Your Honor, for Mr. Stewart, the people are asking for a bond of $50,000 cash as surety with tether house arrest for the following reasons. We believe that he is a danger to the public. We would note that he has a pending case right now that is at Third Circuit Court. That's case number 25-000571-01FH. He is charged in that case with firearm in possession of a prohibited person, ammo in possession of possessed by a prohibited person, CCW, and felony firearm. He was arraigned on that January 9th of 2025, Your Honor. So he just got arraigned not too long ago. He was given a $15,000 personal, Your Honor, which would make him not eligible for a personal on this case, Your Honor. He had arraignment on the information February 13th, so just a couple days ago, and that got adjourned, perhaps because he was in custody. I'm not sure. And so, Your Honor, here we have him charged with possession with intent to distribute a very large amount of drugs. And while there are some weights given, we would point out that that appears to be the drugs that were able to be safely measured, that in addition to the large amounts that were measured, that there were also 6 paint cans of fentanyl powder that could not be weighed separately from the container, and then 1 paint can of meth, Your Honor, and what appeared to be a operation to create pills found in what is described as a lab in the basement. There's also a firearm recovered. So, Your Honor, given the extent of the amount of drugs, given that Mr. Stewart is already on a firearm case, personal bond, given that he does have priors, a 2006 attempt possession meth, 2018 CCW, so he has prior controlled substance and firearm offenses. He's on bond for a firearm offense, and then here he's allegedly operating a drug house. He's looking at a large amount of possible prison time here, and fentanyl and meth are extremely dangerous. And when we see them in the amounts that we see here, where people were with multiple paint cans of fentanyl, then we do think there's a danger to the public, and that's why we're asking for that bond of $50,000 cash or surety with tether house arrest.
Thank
May I
you.
read?
Counsel Cripps, Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Judge. My client is a young man who has a company, Global Metro Transport, as a box truck delivery company. He has 3 daughters that he takes care of. Now, as to this, I'd like to address this arguments that were just made about this pending case. I need to give you a full record on that. I represent him on that case. That case was initially brought last summer, but none of the witnesses failed to appear at all, so that case was dismissed without prejudice. Then, without notice to us, it got reissued, but we took care of it. We had a full and complete exam, and I will be filing a motion to dismiss for insufficient evidence at the circuit court level. His arraignment last week was adjourned at my request because we didn't know where he was at the time. Because normally when somebody's arrested, they're kept at DDC, as you know. But for some odd reason, he was kept at Hamtramck until I figured that out. But his arraignment was adjourned to next week. As to the other priors, the drug offense goes back almost 20 years, and the CCW case is almost 10 years old, so it's an old record. As to this location that was raided by the police, my client didn't own that house, and I don't even think he was arrested there during the time of the raid. So we have very strong arguments that we'll be raising at the preliminary examination on this case. In light of that, Judge, we believe the $50,000 cash surety request is way too high on this case, and we'd ask for $50,000, 10% with a tether if the court sees fit. Thank you.
Thank you. Court's heard the representations both sides. And Counsel Cribbs, are you saying that your client wasn't present at the location in Detroit?
I don't know, Judge. I don't have discovery on it. I've just examined the search warrant that was left there at the scene because somebody else took a picture of it and sent it to me. And I don't see any proof of residence on the search warrant return. And I don't believe he was there at the time of the arrest, but I'll have to leave it to further proofs because I haven't seen the investigator's report.
Your Honor,
Okay.
the investigator's report indicates that he was there, that his phone was there, and that there was a young lady, not full dress there, who said that she did not live there but had come to visit him.
That's what I'm reading in the police report.
But I don't think he owns that house. He may have been just visiting there. Not sure.
Well, in this matter, the thing that concerns me is that one, he had a pending case. It was dismissed. It was reissued. It was given a personal bond. And of course, so he's aware that basically he should be on his best behavior, or at least not get involved with any individuals or not get involved with any activities that are against the law. But in this case is that it appears he's at a location, a number of drugs, a number of tools to indicate that not only was there intent to deliver, but it looks like it was some trafficking. There's possibly also some manufacturing, okay? Because it says in the police report that one of the rooms is labeled as a lab room or lab area. So, Counsel Douglas, can you tell me, has there been any habeas history?
There's no habeas history.
Okay. All right. So what, Mr. Stewart, he's going to be placed on a GPS tether. And Counsel Cribbs, did you say he works?
Yes, Judge. He owns a company, Global Metro Transport.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'm gonna put him under house arrest. And Counsel Cribbs. Okay, I'll let you make the argument to Judge Giles as to the GPS tether in terms whether it should be house arrest or he should be allowed to go to work in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's that. So the only thing left is his bond. Court uses clear and convincing evidence standard when it's entertaining a monetary bond. And usually narcotics is not assaultive or a flight risk. I don't see anything to indicate that he is a flight risk, but what I do see is methamphetamines, over 500 grams, fentanyl, over 250 grams. Okay. Tells me that this is not personal use, that this appears to be trafficking. And the court, okay, for that amount, the court does find that, okay, even though is not assaultive, what the court is, and supposedly one of the violations or charges is drug house, is that Mr. Stewart is a danger to the community. This court is gonna go and adopt the recommendation, $50,000 cash surety. And counsel, Cripps, is this unaffordable?
It is unaffordable. He can't afford that
Okay,
amount.
so, all right, so, and so, Mr. Stewart,
Yes.
on Wednesday, February 19th, you're gonna get another court date. That's gonna be at 9 o'clock in front of Judge McConicle, who's gonna look at the bond amount and bond conditions. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. But not only that, your attorney, counsel, Cripps will probably see, if not Judge McConicle, possibly Judge Giles about modifying the bond amount and bond conditions. Is that correct, Counsel
That's
Cripps?
correct. Yes, Your Honor, it is. It is correct.
After knowing you all these years, yeah. You're a good defense counsel, good attorney, like Counsel Douglas is. Anyways, bond is $50,000 cash surety, GPS tether, house arrest. Bond redetermination this Wednesday, February 19th, 9 o'clock in front of Judge McConicle. We'll look at the bond amount and bond conditions.
Thank you.
Counsels, any other questions?
Nothing
Not
from
on
the
behalf
people,
of
Your
the
Honor.
defense, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. That concludes Mr. Stewart's arraignment.
All
Thank you,
right.
Hamtramck.
Everybody have a safe weekend, please.
You too,
You
drive
too.
safely.
Thank you.
Counsel Stewart, Counsel Douglas, just letting you know, it's my understanding, 4 pages. I don't know how far that they have in terms of the interviews for the defendants, but DDC, my understanding is only 1 camera and it's on a laptop per Counsel Reagan.
Well, I am also have lots of cases to still do because we had two pages and then the other 2 came. So I will be
Okay.
prepping as fast as I humanly possibly can.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So, Judge, did you say how good of an attorney I was? I don't remember you saying.
Yes, you're always a good attorney.
I just wanted to make
I
sure.
didn't hear her say it, Bill. I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I heard her give accolades to everybody else but you.
Okay, you always a good attorney, but sometimes you could be
What?
just right there, a pit bull,
Well-
advocating for your client,
That's supposed to be,
which is
Judge.
good.
But I have the utmost respect for you, Your Honor. The utmost respect.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Okay.
Where's the phone?